Hi guys, so I'm finally back with another physical book haul for you guys. I don't have loads of books to show you, but I have been buying a few physical books, so I finally sort of accumulated enough that I think it's enough to do a little book haul for you. There are a few books sort of coming out in, the next month or so there will be another physical book haul. But they're always a little bit sort of hit and miss as to when they're going to be. So the first books I want to show you are actually stationery related, and they're notebooks, and I picked them up in Sainsbury's just after Christmas in the sales. The first one is this Dirty Dancing notebook. I love it. It's got sort of all the famous moves from the movie on it, and it's got this little watermelon ribbon. It's just really nice. I saw it before Christmas, and it was quite expensive for a notebook. It was like £10, and I'm in an hour on whether to buy it or not. And then I was going to, but I was like, no, I'll leave it. And then literally after Christmas, it got reduced to £2.50. So I had to buy it for that. So I haven't started using it yet. This box behind me is actually full of notebooks. But it was a bargain, so I had to have that. And then they also had reduced a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory one, or Willy Wonka one, and it's quite reflective, so you won't see it very well, I don't think, but it's the golden ticket, and then at the bottom it's got like a ribbon that says Wonka, and I think this one was reduced to like £2 or something. Again, it's really cute. I love the end papers in this one, but I thought this would be really good. I keep sort of a notebook, particularly for around YouTube, so what videos I want to record, when I've recorded them, when they're due to upload, and also like for ebook hauls, I keep a list of the books that I have to include in the next ebook haul, etc. So I also keep just general lists in the same book, so I tend to have like one notebook on the go, so these will be really handy when that one runs out. So the first lot of actual books that I've got to show you, they are books I've already read. I read them in December, and I read them on my Kindle, and I was so obsessed with them I had to get physical copies of them. So the first one is the McCabe trilogy by Maya Banks. So the first one is In Bed with a Highlander. The second one is Seduction of a Highland Lass. Ooh, glare. And the third one is Never Love a Highlander. I absolutely love this series. When I read it, I became absolutely obsessed with it. I devoured this trilogy, like literally one after the other. I absolutely love it. If you're a fan of historical romance, I highly recommend these. I was obsessed with them. I also recommended them to my boss, and she devoured them one after the other. So yeah, definitely recommend that. I also picked up the first two books in her other series. There's some controversy with the third book because it keeps being pushed back. So we're supposed to get the third book this year, but we don't know if that will actually happen because it could just get pushed back again. So the first one was Never Seduce a Scot, and the second one is Highlander Most Wanted. This is part of the Montgomery and Armstrong series. Again, really loved these two. I read them the beginning of this year. Out of the two, I think Never Seduce a Scot was my favourite, purely because I found the heroine so interesting in this one, in that she's deaf in sort of this time period, this sort of Highlander period, and they all think she's crazy, but she's not, but she plays into it. It was very interesting. Really enjoyed this. So like I say, for fans of historical romance out there, definitely check these out. I love them. I just wish she had some more Highlander romance that I could read, because yeah, now I'm at a bit of a loss. So the next book that I have to show you, I've had for a little while, but just haven't been able to haul it, and that was The Crimes of Grindelwald, the original screenplay. I love the colour of this cover. I don't know if it will come off true to colour on camera, but yeah, I have the first book. I have A Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, so when this one came out I had to get this one as well to go with that one. And I love the end papers. It's just really, really, really cute. I haven't read it yet. I still haven't read the screenplay of the first one, and I haven't watched Crimes of Grindelwald yet. I'll probably have to wait until it's released on DVD now. Yeah, didn't get to see that at the movies. But yeah, I picked that one up. Beautiful cover, love it. Okay, so the next book that I picked up was 5 Feet Apart by Rachel Lippincott. This one I kind of came across as a bit of a surprise, really. I think I stumbled across it on Facebook or something, the trailer for the movie, which comes out I think in March, and I saw the trailer and I really, really liked it, and then I thought, I'm sure I've got like an arc of that for review on my Kindle. I'm sure I got it from NetGalley. So I went through and I did, and I read it in a couple of days. I really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was really well done. It's kind of a cross between The Fault in Our Stars and Everything. That's the kind of vibe that I got from it. Really, really enjoyed it. Like I said, I read it in a couple of days. It's quite interesting because the book and the screenplay I think were pitched at the same time. So I don't think the screenplay is based off the book. I think the book is based off the screenplay. So yeah, but I really, really enjoyed it, and yeah, I'm looking forward to the movie. It's interesting because it's about 2 teenagers with cystic fibrosis, and they're not allowed within 6 feet of each other, and it's sort of like, how can you know, be friends with or fall in love with someone that you're never allowed to actually physically touch. So I really, really enjoyed it, and I wanted it. I enjoyed it so much that I wanted the physical copy of it, because I just love, I don't know how you're going to see the cover of this, the lungs. This is referenced in the book, and yeah, I enjoyed it so much that I wanted to have a physical copy. So I did. Then I picked this one up, Reign of the Fallen by Sarah Glenn Marsh. I bought this used, and like you wouldn't tell, it looks like it's never been read. It doesn't have a mark on it. Like, I wouldn't have got it in any better condition had I purchased it new. It's crazy. Big draw for this one is the cover, I'm not gonna lie. Like, look at that. And I'm interested in this one because it's about necromancers. So it says Adissa is one of Carthia's master necromancers, catering to the kingdom's ruling dead. Whenever a noble dies, it's Adissa's job to raise them by retrieving their soul from a dreamy and dangerous shadow world called the Deadland. But there is a cost to being raised. The dead must remain shrouded. If even a hint of flesh is exposed, a grotesque transformation begins, turning the dead into terrifying, bloodthirsty shades. So it just sounded really intriguing, and I think I'm right in saying the second book is just coming out or is due out or something. So yeah, I picked this one up just because it sounded intriguing, and I haven't been intrigued by sort of a YA novel, I want to say, in a little while. So yeah, I picked that one up. And then this one I ordered from Foyle's bookshop, and it's signed by the author, and it sounds very intriguing, and it's The Binding by Bridget Collins. First of all, this cover is stunning. Like, hello, beautiful. And then the end paper is quite cute, and then they did send a cute bookmark as well. But yeah, it's a signed and numbered edition, and this one had been on my radar because it's kind of a book about books. So it says Emmett Farmer is working in the fields when a letter arrives summoning him to begin an apprenticeship. He will work for a bookbinder, a vocation that arouses fear, superstition and prejudice, but one neither he nor his parents can afford to refuse. He will learn to handcraft beautiful volumes, and within each he will capture something unique and extraordinary, a memory. If there's something you want to forget, he can help. If there's something you need to erase, he can assist. Your past will be stored safely in a book, and you will never remember your secret, however terrible. In a vault under his mentor's workshop, row upon row of books and memories are meticulously stored and recorded. Then, one day, Emmett makes an astonishing discovery. One of them has his name on it. The Binding is an unforgettable, magical novel, a boundary-defying love story, and a unique literary event. Hello. Memories are being stored in books in this book. It just, like it says, it sounds very unique. Like I say, a book about books. And I was able to get my hands on a signed and numbered copy, so I took that opportunity. So, they're going to fall off. They're going to fall off. That's all the books that I have to show you this time, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you've read any of these books, let me know in the comments down below. I always love to know. Yeah, have I added any of these books to your wish list? Again, let me know. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all soon. Happy reading.